Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. We are your one-stop news shop for the latest and greatest amongst gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and even music. We are amplifying voices from those respective fields and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. Join us as we record the show live over at twitch.tv/the-impact-play and by clicking on that notification bell so you will be notified when we do go live or later on YouTube or even on your favorite podcast platform. Just simply search for the Impact Play. However you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Your support keeps the lives running and keeps the content rolling. You can support us over at anchor.fm/the Impact Play/support or via Patreon. So Recruits and Above get the show ad-free. Go to Recruits and Above, have exclusive access to not only the post show, but they can even call in to be a part of the live show experience, plus early access, and so much more. Learn more and become a Patreon supporter today at patreon.com/the Impact Play. We are even by using a creator code, the Impact Play. We are an Epic partner, so with every purchase you make within the Epic ecosystem, when you use our creator code, we do get a commission to help support the show, take us to new heights, and no extra cost to you. That is just one of many ways you can go out and support the show. I'm your founder and host, Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yegu. This is episode 146. On the agenda, we have new hardware from Xbox and PlayStation, new updates for Assassin's Creed Infinity, an NFL licensed VR game, subscriptions are coming to GTA, PlayStation's Game Pass rival could be coming soon, T-Mobile is bringing 5G connectivity to cars, Microsoft has been hacked, iOS 15 Digital ID is now live, a Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, new looks for the Rising of the Shield Heroes new season, Sonic the Hedgehog Season 2, Tekken Bloodline, the 2022 Oscars are now live, the NCAA Final Four, Triple H is retiring, Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins has sadly passed away, the 2022 iHeartRadio Music Awards, new music from Nicki Minaj, Machine Gun Kelly, Daddy Yankee, J Balvin, Ed Sheeran, and more, plus the top stories of the week. So welcome to our very first segment of the show, where we discuss what we have been playing, what we have been enjoying, essentially what we have been up to. So if you guys have been following us on our Twitch channel, I've been playing Kirby in the Forgotten Land since Friday, since its release. So far my early impressions on the game are great. I've been having a great time. All single player mode, by the way. But yeah, I've been having a blast with it. So I'm trying to finish it hopefully by Monday, Tuesday, the latest. So I could give you guys my review so I could give you guys our review cast as well for that title. And I'm still trying to complete Tunic while juggling between Kirby and Destiny too. But nonetheless, Tunic has been on and off. I'm trying to complete that as well. It's gonna take me a minute before I can, so I can give you guys the review cast for that game as well. But nonetheless, shows. I know the Halo TV show is out now, it's one of our news stories. I'll discuss it later on in the show, more in depth. But yeah, that's all I've been up to as of late. But yeah. So without further ado, let's hop into the news, folks, and we're going to start with your gaming play, folks. And we have a whole bunch of Fortnite news for you, folks. So this first is coming over from Video Games Chronicle. Fortnite has removed building from its default mode for 9 days to mark the start of the new season. Fortnite's new season Resistance, which brings with a new battle pass filled with new skins such as Marvel's Doctor Strange, will remove the critical mechanic for a short time. A new loading screen that launched with the screen reads all battle and no building. But apparently there are some reports that it may be coming to in a separate mode and building might see a comeback, but we'll see until we get any official details. And apparently there's another report that jetpacks are getting updates that allow you to aim while shooting, coming from Screen Rant. Speaking of Epic, there is a report coming from Epic directly. Epic is committed is committing all of its Fortnite proceeds from March 20th through April 3rd to humanitarian relief for people affected by the war in Ukraine. Xbox is joining us in the effort and is committing their net proceeds for Fortnite during this time. But we talked about this before, but this is an update in regards to that. As of March 25th, together we've raised 70 million US dollars in humanitarian relief to support people affected by the war. So kudos to Epic and Microsoft. So now we're gonna go to a press release from CD Projekt Red. Apparently, we're getting a new installment into the Witcher franchise. CD Projekt Red revealed the next installment in the Witcher series of video games is currently in development with Unreal Engine 5, kicking off a new saga for the franchise and a new technology partnership with Epic Games. Today, this article is from March 25th. An announcement marks the first official confirmation of a new game in the Witcher series since the release of CD Projekt Red's previous single game AAA RPG in the franchise, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which won a total of 250 of the Game Awards and was later expanded upon with the Heart of Stone and Blood of Wine add-ons. The teaser image for the new game features a medallion accompanied by a phrase, "A new saga begins." Beyond this initial confirmation for the new saga and the Witcher franchise, no further details such as development time or release date were provided. CD Projekt Red also announced that they will be moving to Unreal Engine 5 as part of the multi-year strategic partnership with Epic Games. So CD Projekt Red also provided further confirmation that Red Engine, the technology which powers Cyberpunk 2077, is still being used for the development of the upcoming Cyberpunk 2077 expansion. And then I'll show you that image momentarily. So for your audio listeners, you are definitely missing out if you aren't coming back to check the video portion of the podcast. Or this will be uploaded to Spotify as well. Spotify allowed that new feature. Let me see. Nope, that's not it. Okay. I think this is it. Nope. All right, here you go, folks. Hey, that's not it. That's it. There you go. A new saga begins. That's all there is. All right, let's keep moving on. Moving on. And speaking of The Witcher 4, the director of Gwent has been brought on to lead the new project and says he won't allow crunch during development of the new game. Games director Jason Slamo, who was a UI programmer on The Witcher 3 and most recently directed Gwent, the Witcher card game, said crunch won't happen on my watch. When replying to a Twitter user who commented that CD Projekt Red employees have been subject to poor working conditions in the past. Thank you, IGN, for that. Speaking of new projects, Assassin's Creed, a new report has come out detailing more of what Assassin's Creed Infinity will have in store. In case you missed, Ubisoft formally announced last year it was working on a new live action service in the Assassin's Creed series that would be titled Infinity. Since that time, no further details have been released, but luckily we have some more in stock for you. A new report coming from Xfire. It was said that Assassin's Creed Infinity will place a large gameplay emphasis on the Enemos. Those who have played various Assassin's Creed titles in the past are likely familiar with the Enemos is the machine that, now I remember, that allows users to revisit the lives of those from the past. Based on this report, Ubisoft is said to be using the Enemos as the cornerstone for how Assassin's Creed Infinity will gain new content over time. So it looks like it's going to be getting some DLCs, similar to how Valhalla's getting DLCs. So that's all we got. It's literally all we have for you. Speaking of Ubisoft, there's a report coming from GameStop that Ubisoft is reportedly gearing up to host a massive showcase event, which included reveals of the new Prince of Persia game and an Immortal Phoenix Rising sequel. That's according to a report by Xfire by Tom Henderson, who claims that he has been in contact with several sources with direct knowledge of Ubisoft's plan. The company has around 20 games lined up and ready for a fresh reveal. Some of the games that are probably known like Assassin's Creed Infinity and the long development Beyond Good and Evil 2. Which could be getting a Assassin's Creed Rift and others. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait on that for further clarification. So apparently, we have a potential release window for GTA 6 coming from Hypebeast. So new reports have surfaced suggesting a potential release window for the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 from Rockstar Games. According to the French journalist Chris Clepal from Rockstar Mag, Rockstar has now reached an important step in the development of GTA 6, and development will start picking up the pace before another announcement from the developer later this year, most likely showing off a first look at the sequel. While the company has been silent on any target release thus far, Clepal added that the game is likely to come as early as 2024, referring the release timelines of Rockstar's two latest titles, GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll just have to wait and see. And speaking of GTA subscriptions are coming. This is coming over from another one from GameSpot as well. Rockstar Games has announced a new subscription offering for Grand Theft Auto 5 multiplayer modes, GTA Online, GTA Plus, a new membership program launching March 29th on the PS5 and Xbox Series consoles that provides members with access to various extras and bonuses. The subscription service is only $6 a month, and members get an allotment of GTA 500,000 every month into their Maze bank accounts, as well as discounts and vehicle upgrades and special cosmetics. The bonuses will change every month, and the first have been revealed. So let's see, we have the Prince, the Vest 8, along with a complimentary Heo Special Works upgrade before it's made it to the general public. The auto shop located in La Mesa introduces an assortment of gameplay updates from Los Santos tuners. Current auto shop owners can relocate to La Mesa at no additional cost. We have a waived LS Car Meet membership fees. So current LS Car Meet members with GTA Plus will be reimbursed for 50,000 GTA dollars during the event's period. Yacht owners get an upgrade to the Aquarius Super Yacht at no additional cost. The Gassot Frock Tee and Broker Prolapse basketball top and shorts automatically added to your wardrobe. The Conveyor Laveri for the Mammoth Avenger, HVYAPC, and TMO2 Kanjali. A selection of free paints and emblems for the auto shop. 3 times GTA dollars and RP on Halo Special Works Race Series, and double the Kart Meet wrap on Street Race Series. Additionally, Rockstar announced there will be special GTA Plus chain cards available to buy from the PlayStation and Microsoft stores that have extra allotments of cash beyond normal. What's more, GTA Plus members will get the exclusive rewards from places like Legendary Motorsport, Halo Special Works, Maze Bank Foreclosures, Doc Tees, and other stores in GTA Online. Rockstar also confirmed that GTA Online's regular online events will continue as normal for everyone, regardless of their membership status. And players, of course, you must own GTA 5 or GTA Online standalone editions, and members can cancel at any time. Alright, so that's it on that. Let me drink my Gavalia coffee shop, powered by Forto. Oh, wow. Here, and then Let me get water so body can absorb most of that caffeine. All right, let's continue, guys. Let's keep moving on, moving on. All right, this is coming from IGN. Xbox has made a limited edition Xbox Series console. It comes with two very Sonic themed controllers, and the company is giving the console away in calibration with Paramount Pictures, meaning one lucky fan will have the chance to win a unique system based on the Sonic Hedgehog 2 film. And a blog post on the Xbox Wire where it announces the competition. Simply got to retweet the official Xbox's Twitter from Twitter account, and yeah, that's it. And then alternatively, Xbox users in the US can redeem their Microsoft points towards entries. So let me copy that tweet for you guys watching live. Okay. Then let me show you the furry controllers. There we are. The furry controllers. I don't know if this is the skin or the controls actually built into it. So we'll see. All right. Let's see. All right. Some even more Microsoft news. This next one's coming over from GamesIndustry.biz. Microsoft has launched two initiatives that aim to give more developers access to cloud functionality when making video games, announced during this week's Game Developers Conference. The first is ID Azure, a suite of free tools and resources to help developers integrate cloud-based gaming services into their titles, regardless of which platform they're developing for. The second is the Azure Game Development Virtual Machine, a cloud-based workstation that is geared specifically towards game production, and it enables developers to access key tools and services unconstrained by the specs of their machine or their geographical location. ID at Azure originally began as an invite-only closed beta back in December, but today, Microsoft is opening it up to all studios. Our objective is to empower game creators. And to do that, we need to lower barriers and ensure equitable access to resources whenever possible. For independent developers, using cloud services can be daunting. By making ID at Azure free, we hope more developers see this as an initiative, as an invitation to experience the potential of what the cloud can do for their game. Whether you're single player and mobile game looking to leverage cloud saves and leaderboards, or you have ambitions to create a user-generated economy in your multi-platform action adventure, ID at Azure is here to help you identify and architect the solutions that best fit your game. So we have even more news coming from GameSpot as well. Microsoft has shared new numbers that speaks to the Xbox economy and how much money developers who release games through Game Pass and ID at Xbox are paid. This is notable because Microsoft rarely discloses dollar amounts regardless of specific units of Xbox like Game Pass and ID at Xbox in this case. In a blog post, Microsoft's Chris Carla revealed that Microsoft has paid developers and publishers hundreds of millions of dollars in Game Pass license fees since the subscription service launched back in 2017. There are amazing games out today on Xbox and other platforms that would never have existed without the support of Xbox Game Pass members, and that's really been an incredible phenomenon. Carla said, ensuring that millions of Game Pass members get to experience some of one of the best independent games ever created has been transformative for Xbox players and developers. So Xbox Game Pass has more than 25 million subscribers. And we have, I guess, an insider's look reveal that is the next Xbox console coming from comicbook.com. According to a new report, the next Xbox console is planned to be revealed this year. Of course, this won't be the next proper Xbox console, but it also sounds like a more revision of the current Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S either. The report comes the way of a prominent Xbox insider and leaker, Nick Baker. During a recent episode of the Xbox Era podcast, Baker relayed word that he has heard Xbox is preparing to show new hardware sometime this year. Talking about this mysterious hardware, Baker teased that it's something Xbox fans won't see coming. But that's all we have. All we can do is speculate as of this time. Speaking of new hardware, here's a new one coming from .com as well. So according to a new report, the PS5 Pro is not only already in the works at Sony, but potentially releasing sooner than expected. Like in 2021 and 2020, manufacturing the PS5 has been a challenge, which is why the supply chain can't keep up with demand 2 years later. But in a new YouTube video, Red Gaming Tech has relayed word that Sony is aiming to release the PS5 Pro by the end of 2023, but a release in 2024. And it's certainly on the table at this point. Accompanying this claim, it's revealed that the console will aim to bring 2.5 times performance and ray tracing, and will be better suited for gaming with the upcoming PlayStation VR 2. And apparently, according to the YouTuber, the PS5 Pro will use TSMC's 5nm process. So I guess we'll just have to wait until official confirmation for that. Take it with a grain of salt. And speaking of PlayStation, we have new software system updates that have already released globally for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So users are able to create or join open and closed parties on both the PS5 and PS4 consoles. PS5 is getting UI enhancements to Game Pass, no Game Base. I'm sorry, Game Pass. I'm like, huh? And graphic cards, as well as accessibility features like mono audio for headphones. And PS5 players with US registered in the US or the UK will be able to test drive a voice command preview that lets you then find and open games, the app settings, control media, and what have you. The app is also got an update as well. Oh, nice. Okay, that looks a lot better. All right, and according to a report, PlayStation's Game Pass competitor, Spartacus, is apparently supposed to be released sometime next week, as early as next week, according to a report by Bloomberg. So currently, it'll have 3-tier models with access to classic library of games and apparently not day and date releases for new titles. So we just gotta wait for official confirmation for that. And speaking of PlayStation, PlayStation has agreed to fully acquire Haven Studios, the developer team led by Assassin's Creed, Star Wars, and Google Games veterans Jade Raymond. And it follows Sony's initial investment in the studio in March last year. Ever since, the team has been working on exclusive new IP for PlayStation, which has now been revealed as a live service experience built upon a systemic and evolving world. Kudos to them. And apparently, we're getting some new content coming to Call of Duty. Call of Duty Mobile, Call of Duty Vanguard, and Call of Duty Warzone. So Snoop Dogg is coming as an operator. This April, a new operator is coming to 3 Call of Duty games: Call of Duty Mobile, Vanguard, and Warzone. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. You really better ask somebody. The DOGG is back in Call of Duty, and this time I'm in the freaking game, quote unquote. Excited to be working with the Call of Duty team to bring some flight features for you all to enjoy. and it'll. So let's see. The first opportunity to play as Snoop Dogg will be in season 3 of Call of Duty Mobile. There was a special lucky draw beginning on April 1st. Meanwhile, over in Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone, the Operator Bundle will be available on April 19th. And it's going to be separate from the Snoop Dogg and Call of Duty Mobile. But yeah, thank you, Call of Duty, for that. Speaking of crossover, Far Cry 6 has announced a free weekend with a Stranger Things crossover. It's coming from Ubisoft directly. Far Cry 6 is hosting a free weekend running from March 24th through today, as of this recording. And Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, PS4, and PC. They're the Epic Game Store and the Ubisoft Store. This games and its DLCs are included in a Ubisoft Plus paid subscription on PC, Cydia, and Amazon and Luna. New players can preload today, but let's go to the crossover. The Vanishing will bring a stealth horror survival gameplay experience to Far Cry players for the first time with mysterious characters and new lore. In The Vanishing, players will enter a twisted version of Yara inspired by the Upside Down, where Danny discovers that Yarans are disappearing and no one is safe, not even Chorizo. Players will be able to explore Stranger Things inspired locations such as a hidden bunker and an abandoned laboratory. Danny's mission with the new skins for a flamethrower and a shotgun is to search Chorizo and find out what happened to the abducted Yarans. Okay, moving on. Friday the 13th and Predator Hunter, Grounds developer. Give me a second, folks. I was about to sneeze, just went away. Fanac has revealed Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, a new 4v1 asymmetric player multiplayer game that is set to be released on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One in quarter of 2022. In Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, you will have the chance to put on a proton pack, grab a ghost trap, and monitor the trusty PKE meter as a Ghostbuster and a team of 4 brave souls pursuing ghastly ghosts terrorizing public locations. But yeah, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been officially delayed to spring of 2023. We've made the difficult decision to delay Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League to spring of 2023. I know the delay is frustrating, but the time is going into making the best game we can. I look forward to bringing the chaos to Metropolis together. Thank you for your patience. As the game's not ready, do not put it out. Final end of story. Once it's ready, release it. Don't release a half-baked game because a lot of games have tried this model and have failed. So, Nintendo will be shutting down mobile RP Dragania Lost later this year. The title, co-developed by CY Games and Nintendo, is due to close sometime after its story reached its conclusion back in July of 2020. No, this coming July 2022. Though the exact date has not been confirmed, Nintendo said further details will be provided later down the line. Dragalia Lost will get its last update on March 31st, after which it won't service new content beyond updates for the main campaign and certain quests. Thank you, GamesIndustry.biz, for that. So, we are getting an official NFL game coming to the Quest and PSVR. Coming from Road to VR, the National Football League and sports tech company Status Pro announced at GDC 2022 that they're partnering to create an NFL licensed VR game, which is targeting the MetaQuest and the PSVR. The game, which is still unnamed, is said to bring fans closer to the gridiron than ever before, allowing them to play like a professional football player through a first-person 3D immersive experience. Status Pro says that the NFL game aims to recreate what it actually feels like to step out on the field and let fans transform into pro athletes. Virtual reality gaming is rapidly expanding, and our partnership with Status Pro allows us to explore a new immersive version of NFL gaming with support of the two largest VR platforms with this emerging space. It doesn't mean that it won't be available for other VR platforms, so we'll just wait and see. Next, Gran Turismo 7's bracket launch is offering players a free credits and considerable fix coming next month. In a PlayStation Black Post, president of Polyphony Digital, Kazunori Yamochi, apologized for the frustration and confusion caused last week when the developer reduced the rewards players could earn after the release of the game, causing many to say that the developer was pushing them towards microtransactions. The community quickly grew upset, now having to pay more to unlock the same rewards to pay for up to $40 for a single car, and the game was also unplayable for a day as servers went down following the update. They say sorry. However, Polyphony Digital will give away 1 million free credits worth a little over $10 that will be automatically given to anyone who played the game before March 25th and does so again before April 25th. Thank you, IGN, for that. Okay, so we have a report coming from IGN that Kim Swift is now formally announced a cloud gaming division within Xbox Games Studios Publishing, announced in a presentation aired alongside the Game Developers Conference. Swift introduced the general Xbox Game Studio Publishing group as a whole and introduced a new cloud mandate for the group shall spearhead. The group will partner with world-class game development teams to develop cloud-native games to bring unprecedented experiences to players that can only be achieved with cloud technology. While this will be connected to Xbox General Cloud Gaming Initiative, it seems Swift's group is more focused on games that need cloud to run rather than can simply be streamed via the cloud. So apparently, Activision Blizzard has been hit with a new lawsuit alleging rampant sexism, coming from IGN as well. Activision Blizzard has been hit with yet another lawsuit, this time alleging the company's frat boy environment fostered rampant sexism that led to a current employee experiencing sexual harassment and discrimination and being retaliated against for speaking up. As reported by Bloomberg, the lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court on behalf of this employee who's going by Jane Doe by attorney Lisa Bloom. Doe alleged that she was often pressured to drink alcohol, participate in cue brawls that saw women be subject to sexual comments and groping, and play Jackbox, a game that often required players to suggest creative answers to questions that tended to be sexual in nature. Yet they're headed with another lawsuit. Hopefully Microsoft will change this as they're acquiring them, but this has to change. Alright, so moving on. GamesIndustry.biz reports VP of Game Studio Amir Hamimi announced Netflix's acquisition of Boss Fight Entertainment, known for a free-to-play mobile title Dungeon Boss, a US-based studio started in 2013, will join Netflix's in-house development team. This is Netflix's second games acquisition this month, after it acquired Next Games for 65 million euros. So here's a report coming from GameSpot. Ubisoft is developing a Rainbow Six mobile game, according to reports from Tom Henderson for Xputer. This will be a Rainbow Six Siege game. That report said is apparently in development at the Ubisoft in collaboration with Tencent's Wii game. Mobile games based on Assassin's Creed and The Division are also reported in the works. Though less information is known by these rumored projects. And apparently the first will be expected to launch in 2023. Okay, so speaking of mobile, Actually, not mobile, but yeah, PUBG. Crafted and stood behind PUBG has announced a partnership with blockchain company Solana Labs. It's a deal that will see the two companies cooperate on the development, operation, design, and marketing of blockchain and NFT-based games and services. Solana Labs and develops the Solana blockchain, an Ethereum competitor designed to offer fast transaction speeds at low cost. Their partnership comes with a little over a month after Krafton announced that its intention to get into the world of blockchain gaming, and it said it could be working with NavRZ to build a new Web 3.0 and non-fungible token project aimed at building an NFT metaverse platform. Well, it's good to see on them. All right, let's keep moving on. Moving on. We have a 14 minutes of gameplay that has been released for Hogwarts Legacy, which we did do a live react for on our YouTube channel. So we got to see a whole bunch of features and game mechanics as well. Apparently, there is a report that suggests that FIFA series will apparently go under a renaming process. So despite a 30-year partnership, recent reports from Electronic Arts CEO Andrew Wilson suggest that the developer receives little benefit from its partnership with the FIFA brand. While soccer's top athletes are all associated with the International League, the rights to have athletes appear in-game are apparently handled separately. This means the real-world stars like Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe could appear in EA Soccer simulators regardless of any association with FIFA. Soccer Juggernaut apparently holds back branding rights too, with an exclusive deal with Adidas printing other shoe brands from appearing in-game. FIFA's rival UFL features Cristiano Ronaldo, providing that the FIFA brand is not essential to EA Soccer franchise. So, rumors have been swirling around the EA Sports and the FIFA series. It seems that the divide between EA and FIFA is finally coming to fruition. EA Sports Football Club is expected to act as a direct successor to the series. However, and the separation may even give EA the freedom to more accurately represent the soccer world. So the FIFA franchise has lasted nearly 30 years, but FIFA 23 may be the last in the franchise. And this last one's coming over from The Verge. Twitch is overhauling its safety tools, improving its reporting process, and adding a new appeals portal. Over the next few weeks, Twitch will slowly roll out improved reporting tools, simplifying the process by which streamers and viewers can report content. The new process includes a search function so users can find the specific reason for the report and a suite of menus for the type of content getting flagged. The new updated reporting tools will hit web first with the mobile rollout happening at the unspecified later date. In addition to better reporting features, Twitch is also adding a new appeals portal offering greater transparency into the appeals process. In the past, to contest a ban or a suspension, a streamer would submit an appeal, receive an automated response acknowledging receipt, and then wait for a receipt to either accepted or rejected the appeal. Users complained of the process for its slowness and apparent lack of explanation for why appeals were rejected. In the announcement, Twitch said, this all changes today, and the launch of our new appeals portal, located at appeals.twitch.tv. At our end, it includes some tech updates that will help our specialists review appeals more quickly. On our end, it simplifies the process by doing two main things. Number one, to give you visibility and the enforcements that are eligible for appeal. And number two, it shows you the status and outcome of ongoing and prior requests, respectively. The announcement also included an extensive FAQ highlighting specific details about how the new appeal process works, which I'll definitely put in chat as well. Good thing Twitch is actually working on improving and doing better. Kudos to them. Whew. All right. Let's see. So we're going to take a little break and come to tech, folks. We are back, folks. And now we're going to start with Qualcomm launches a $100 million fund to help build the metaverse, coming from roadtovr.com. The chipmaker says the new fund will be a launchpad for mixed reality developers and companies working to build the metaverse. At GDC 2022, Qualcomm launched its Snapdragon Metaverse Fund for companies building a unique, immersive mixed reality experiences, as well as associated core augmented reality and related artificial intelligence technologies. And this news comes following in another report that Qualcomm has partnered with Japanese gaming powerhouse Square Enix to create augmented reality content using its Snapdragon Spaces XR developer platform and TikTok parent company ByteDance to create mixed reality hardware and software. Ubisoft has unveiled a new development technology designed to use cloud computing to improve how it built its games, expand the scope of its titles, and potentially bypass hardware restrictions. The tech runs components of Ubisoft's game engines, such as audio, physics, and AI, spreading the work across a potential unlimited number of machines, according to the publisher. Ubisoft claims games using Scholar will be able to leverage a virtually infinite amount of computing power. For players, this will be translated to a larger game world with a higher number of concurrent players and potentially more scope for persistency to their actions, have a permanent impact on their world. So Ubisoft Scarlet is a cloud-based framework that has been developed by Assassin's Creed firm Stockholm Studio and originates from a recently created production technology department. It is being developed with support from the teams in Massive Entertainment in Malmo and Red Links in Helsinki, as well as Ubisoft, Barchart, and Casing. Scarlet will be rolled out over time to any Ubisoft studio whose project requires cloud gaming. And Stockholm is currently working on a new IP that aims to demonstrate the full power of the cloud. Unity has released a brand new short film that shows its engine's real-time rendering capabilities have improved, particularly when it comes to creating photorealistic human characters. The engine provider debuted Enemies today to mark the start of this year's Game Developer Conference, and you can watch it for yourself. The 2-minute demo centered on a woman in her 40s, demonstrates the company's new strand-based hair solution, as well as photorealistic skin and eyes. All right. Microsoft has confirmed it was breached. Coming from CNN. Microsoft has confirmed it was breached by the hacker group Lapsus $ adding to the cyber gang's growing list of victims. In a blog post, Microsoft said Lapsus has compromised one of its accounts, resulting in limited access to company systems, but not the data of any Microsoft customers. Our cybersecurity response team quickly engaged to remediate the compromised account and prevented further activity, Microsoft said in a post. And Microsoft said it stopped the attack mid-operation and limited the broader impact. All right, so Snap announced its acquired neuro tech startup NextMind, a Paris-based company known for creating a $400 plant-sized brain-computer interface. In a blog post, Snap says NextMind will help drive long-term augmented reality research efforts with SnapLab, the company's hardware team that's currently building AR devices. All right, thank you, Roads of VR, for that. Apple is reportedly said to announce a hardware subscription service, coming from The Verge. So Apple is reportedly working on selling iPhones and iPads themselves as part of a hardware subscription service, according to a new report from Bloomberg, whose author Mark Gurman writes the service could arrive sometime next year. The move would fit into Apple's ongoing push towards subscription services as a whole. We've already seen a shift on the hardware front. Apple added a monthly subscription model for the AppleCare extended warranties back in 2019. And Apple has offered its iPhone's AppleCare programs, which allows customers to pay for the combined cost of AppleCare and iPhone over 24 months, and the option to trade in the devices after 12 months of payments. According to Bloomberg's report, the monthly charge wouldn't simply be the price of the device divided by 12 or 24 months, but rather a still undecided monthly cost, potentially with the option to upgrade to new hardware as it's released. And like Apple's other subscriptions, it will be tied to a user's existing Apple ID account, with the possibility of bundling an AppleCare or Apple One services as well. Right now, you could pay Apple monthly for its services, and you could pay it monthly for an iPhone, but there's still separate fees and plans to merge them together. But it'll definitely generate a lot of revenue once they do. Speaking of Apple, iOS 15 is now live. This is coming from Tom's Guide. Drivers in Arizona will be the first to add digital versions of their licenses to the Wallet app on their iPhones, as Apple launched a feature it first promised back in its iOS 15 preview last summer. As part of that software update, Apple added support for storing driver's licenses and state IDs and Wallet to go, with the card info, tickets, and passes the app already holds. This is part of Apple's effort to turn its mobile devices into a true digital wallet. So Arizona is the first state where digital IDs will be available to the Wallet app, according to Apple. iPhone users will be able to present the digital copy of the driver's license or state ID stored in their device at select TSA service checkpoints in Phoenix, Sky Harbor International Airport. Other states are expected to follow Arizona's lead. And we have Colorado, Hawaii, Mississippi, and Ohio are adding support too, as well as Puerto Rico, Connecticut, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Oklahoma, and Utah. So hopefully this will be the start of a full digital wallet. So we'll see. Moving on. So here's another report coming from The Verge and regarding Apple as well. Apple will be forced to allow users to install apps from outside the App Store under legislation recently unveiled by the European Union. The stipulation was included in the initial proposal for the Black Sweeping Digital Markets Act, or DMA, which came one step closer to being signed into law this week. And an EU spokesperson confirmed that the provision is still included. We believe that the owner of a smartphone should have the freedom to choose how to use it, said European Commission spokesperson Johannes Barke in an email statement. This freedom includes being able to opt for alternative sources of apps on your smartphone. With the DMA, a smartphone owner could still be able to enjoy safe and secure services of the default app stored on their smartphone. On top of that, if a user so chooses, the DMA would allow a smartphone owner to opt for other safe app stores. So the DMA has not been voted into law by the European Parliament, but it is expected to be approved without much trouble. This could mean the DMA coming into force as early as October this year. Member states of the EU will then be able to choose how to interpret the EU Act into national law. And we have a report coming from CNET. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Dogecoin hit all-time highs last year, but 2021 was the year of NFTs. Over 25 billion was spent on NFTs last year alone, a few billion more than was taken into the global movie box office. Despite or because of the impressive figure and stigma surrounding NFTs, most people are either confused or they consider it a scam. On Tuesday, the creators behind the Bored Ape Club NFT collection. Yoga Labs announced a new valuation of 4 billion after raising 450 million to create a metaverse. So there has been a teaser trailer as well that they could be releasing an MMO as well. That you could use NFTs as in-game characters or avatars. But we'll see. There's exciting things coming. And this last one, coming over from The Verge. T-Mobile and BMW are partnering to debut the first 5G connected cars available in the United States. The new 2022 BMW iX and i4 models now work with the company's 5G network, essentially allowing owners to use their cars as a gigantic Wi-Fi hotspot. Adding a BMW to your T-Mobile plan will tack on $20 a month and will allow your cars to get unlimited data and voice calls, or even if you don't happen to have your phone with you. SMS, however, is not included. In addition to unlimited data in the US, subscribers also will get 200 megabytes of roaming data, which is nothing. So the new BMW models features an eSIM similar to the LTE connected smartwatch, meaning you won't have to muck around with a tiny SIM card to get your car connected. According to T-Mobile, you'll be able to connect up to 10 devices at a time to your car at a time. Okay. So we're done with your tech play, folks. And now we're going to move on to entertainment. This one's first. This one's coming over from comicbook.com. We could be possibly getting 2 more DC projects after Peacemaker? Here's some Marvels from James Gunn in an interview. Let's see. So, Peacemaker Season 2 was officially announced in February, right out at the heels of the Season 1 finale. So, Gunn and Warner Brothers have yet to state if they're confirmed. Let me see. Let me go into the interview. Let's see. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Gunn teased about season 2. Frankly, I'm working on another DC thing and maybe another one. So we've got a couple of different things we're trying to balance with the story. So he was. This was in an interview of an interview by Neil Young. Yeah. Okay. All right. What the? Oh, okay. Stephen King's The Shining has previously been adapted into film. Has been adapted into a film and a TV event, with the material now being adapted for a stage production in the West End. A deadline reports that Ben Stiller is in talks with to star as Jack Torrance. The outlet notes that the project had been discussed back in 2017, but it could debut sometime in 2023. So that's nice. Making it into a Broadway thing. Okay. All right. This is coming from GameStop. Walt Disney Games and Cabin Entertainment partnering up for DC's Mirrorverse in action. Wait, this is an RPG? I thought it was a movie thing. Oh, I guess we missed this. Okay, so the Mirrorverse is set as an alternative universe where enemies called the Fractured are attempted to break the stellar mirror and harness its magic. Uh, I'm not seeing a release date or anything like that. Let me look this up real quick. Okay, so June 23rd. Let me see the platform. So, oh, it's coming to mobile devices, so the App Store and Google Play. Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh joins up with Turning Red and this Disney crossover. So it's not essentially a Disney crossover; it's an artist that exactly merged them together. But it's a nice little thing, though. And let me show you artwork momentarily. But it's a nice little thing, though. Kind of freaky looking, but yeah, it's nice nonetheless. We have a new live action Ultron movie that's in the works. Coming from the Hollywood Reporter. It's confirmed that several major studios are circulating a live action adaptation of the classic series. And apparently, Rawson Marshall Saunders heading up the project in Hollywood. And reports suggest a deal could be made any day. So according to the reports, Red Notice filmmaker is shopping the Voltron project to 6 of 7 studios at the moment, including Universal, Amazon, and even Warner Brothers, just to name a few. So we have a first look at Stranger Things Season 4. All right. All pretty much going up. And then there should be more. It's looking like they're just close ups, but yeah, that's all we got. We have the new teaser as well as an official trailer for Alex Garland's horror movie Men, which we did a live reaction to them as well. So check out our YouTube channel for more. We have Nova that could be coming into a live action series or even a film from Moon Knight's scribe Sabir Mirzada. So we have no idea if it's going to be a feature film or just a series. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Nova's coming. All right. So we have the rat the radaalada.com that has been updated with some new content from the Batman. So a new Riddler comic written by Paul Dano. And we even have a deleted scene from the Batman's Arkham Asylum that highlights the Joker. That kind of gives us like a blurred look of the Joker, I should say. We have the Oscars that are live now. Okay, the 91st Academy Awards. Which we'll definitely discuss once on next week's show, the winners and all that. So we have, hold on, get back here. Jimmy Kimmel is hosting the show. As hold on, oh no, that was back in 2018. So we have Wanda Skies, Amy Schumer, and Regina Hall. So it'll be later on tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let me just make sure of something. Yeah, later on tonight. It's not live just yet. Netflix has released a Tekken animated series, and then we have the first teaser trailer, which we also have a live action up as well. Bloodline. Selena Gomez took to Instagram to reveal the release date for Only Murders in the Building Season 2, joined by Martin Short and Steve Martin. The trio jokes around until they share their official release date for the new season, June 28th on Hulu. U2 is developing a new scripted television series with Netflix. We have One Piece is bringing a film to Netflix. One Piece. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I said Netflix. But yeah, it's adding the One Piece film Z to its lineup in the United States. It'll be available on March 15th, available in Japanese as well as English dubbed. Moon Knight's press tour has been involved, to say the least. From May Calamai revealing that she would like to cross over with Doctor Strange to Axel Isaac, revealing that the Ty Fuller character would likely team up with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Now, Ethan Hawke is shooting down rumors of Ruffalo appearing in the series as the series with serious anger management issues. The actor revealed that Bruce Banner the Hulk will not be appearing in the series. It's just like their own personal preference. So I don't know why people were suggesting that, oh, they could be coming because you're referencing this character because they like them. Doesn't mean that it's coming to those, like these actors, they have opinions as well. But yeah, the Rising of the Shield Hero is finally getting a new season. Beginning is scheduled for April 6th. Finally. So we have a new TV spot for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which shows Sonic versus Knuckles, which we'll do a live react for as well. We have a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that will introduce multiple MCU heroes and some new ones. James Gunn says that the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special will introduce multiple characters to the MCU. With Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy, Gunn took audible comic book characters like Groot and Rocket Raccoon and made them household names. With following work on... we talked about that. Yeah, so essentially that's it. That's all we have. We have some new images from Doctor Strange 2. A new image, I should say. Coming from Screen Rant. All right. Okay. Sonic will apparently reveal a Venom's universe Spider-Man soon. Morbius director Danielle Espinosa teases connections to Venom as well as potential tie-ins to Marvel Cinematic Universe and confirms at least one version of Spider-Man exists in the movie's universe. The film will introduce Dr. Michael Morbius, which we all know, we've seen by the trailers, but yeah. During a Q&A with Cinema Blend on Twitter. So Morbius has confirmed that Morbius exists in the same universe as Venom. And the Spider-Man exists in that world as well. So, Murray will be wrapping up with the current season. So Murray Fitch is retiring after a long decade. After 3 decades. So, the Halo TV series broke Paramount Plus records for a number of viewers. The streaming service has 32.8 million subscribers, which is more than expected. But yeah, you could get, I believe you could get a free month of Paramount Plus if you have Game Pass Ultimate. So if you have it, might as well claim it as well. I believe the first 2 episodes of Halo is live now. We're done with entertainment, folks. Now we're going to move on to sports. Alrighty. So we have Nike is partnering up with the Bryant Foundation to honor Kobe's legacy. Coming from Nike.com. In partnership with Vanessa Bryant, Nike's relationship with the Bryant family will focus on championing a new generation of fans and encouraging youth participation in sports. The first new shoe from the partnership, the Kobe 6 Pro Mambacita Sweet 16, will honor Gigi Bryant. All proceeds from the shoe will benefit the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation. For many years, Nike and Kobe Bryant worked together to inspire fans around the globe. With Nike, Bryant left a game-changing lineage of basketball shoes and embraced opportunities to spread the love of sports from Greater China to North America. More than 2 years after Bryant's passing, his legacy on and off the court continues to resonate. Today, Nike is pleased to announce a new chapter of collaborating with the Bryant family. In partnership with Vanessa Bryant, the collaboration will inspire a new generation of athletes and encourages youth participation in sports. So kudos to them. Speaking of partnerships, Breanna Stewart is ready to make history with her signature shoe with Puma this summer. Okay. And next we have our first look at the Kyrie Irving and Nike Dunk Lows. Coming from House of Heat. No, wrong one. That's not it. That's it. Then we could go and show you guys this. They're actually not bad with the gum bottoms. Kyrie Irving logo on the tongue. This thing on the back end as well. Nike in red. That's nice though. Stamp on the insole. Oops. Oh, I wanted to go back. When it's set to release. Sometime 2022. So no, we have no release date. No exact release date. All right. And now we have the Atlanta Falcons is set to trade Matt Ryan to Indianapolis Colts. A 2-year deal with Marcus Mariota. So, the Colts. So, after 14 seasons in which he became the best quarterback in franchise history, Matt Ryan was moving on from the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta traded Ryan on Monday to the Indianapolis Colts in exchange for a 2022 third round draft pick the team has announced. So the Colts traded Carson Wentz to the Washington Commanders for third round picks in 2022 and 2023. Thank you, ESPN, for that. So the Chiefs have given Tyreek Hill agent permission to seek a trade. The NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero reported on Wednesday. Multiple teams have engaged the Chiefs in discussions regarding Hill, and the expectation is Hill would fetch a massive haul in a trade for Pelissero. Among those teams, the New York Jets, Miami Dolphins, and Green Bay Packers Rappaport adds that Hill would receive a new contract extension wherever he lands. All right. So next we have the McDonald's All-Star Game. That is happening in 2 days, March 29th. That is played each year for American and Canadian boys and girls high school basketball graduates. Consisting of the top players, each team plays a single exhibition game after the conclusion of the high school basketball season in an East versus West format, which I did not know of beforehand. And the little baby is set to perform on the halftime show in Chicago. Triple H has announced his retirement following his heart surgery, coming from ESPN. Triple H, one of the best known professional wrestling stars of last year's several decades, will not perform in the ring again. He told Stephen A. Smith and ESPN's First Take on Friday. WWE legend, whose real name is Paul Lavasque, went into heart failure last September following a bout with viral pneumonia. He said that there were moments when he was not sure he would make it. This 52 made his WWE debut back in 1995 and is a 14-time world champion. I will never wrestle again. He said also in an exclusive vice president with WWE, he said, first of all, I have a defibrillator in my chest, which you know, probably not a good idea for me to get zapped on live TV. So I wish him the best. In March Madness, the Final Four is at the forefront. So we reached the Elite Eight. St. Peter's, North Carolina, Miami, Kansas punched their tickets with wins on Friday night. And Saturday, two teams will reach the Final Four. Villanova takes on Houston at 6:09 p.m. and Dukes face Arkansas at 8:49 p.m. Both games are on TBS. The tournament will wrap up with the Final Four on April 2nd, the National Championship on April 4th in New Orleans. So we have, let me see. Okay, we have the bracket for you, folks. Let me showcase that. Okay, there you are, folks. Arkansas is taking on Duke, and then North Carolina is taking on St. Peter's. Houston is taking on Villanova, and Kansas is taking on Miami. Okay. All right, done with sports, folks. We're gonna move on to your music play, folks. All right, and the first one's Lollapalooza. We have the full lineup. that is slated to debut on July 28th to 31st in Grand Park in Chicago. So, the top acts of the show are including Metallica, Dua Lipa, J. Cole, Green Day, Doja Cat, Machine Gun Kelly, Lil Baby, Tyga, amongst others, amongst a whole list. And we have a special guest, Jane's Addiction. We have Sony Group launches a regional headquarters in Singapore, coming from Variety. The flagship office will be home to SMG companies including Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, and artist and label service company The Arcade. It will also serve as a new base for Sony Interactive Entertainment, creators of PlayStation. Kid Cudi said to make his future directorial debut with his new Netflix movie Teddy, a project he's also written and also in which he will star. Spotify is reportedly moving live audio conversations to its main app. Coming from The Verge, Spotify is renaming its live audio app and moving it onto its main streaming app to make it more visible, according to reports from Bloomberg. Green Room, which Spotify launched last June, will be rebranded as Spotify Live. That's all we have for you in regards to that. So let's go to the Billboard charts what we have now. At number 1, we have Heat Waves by Glass Animals. Number 2 at Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber and Stay. We have number 3. We have Super Gremlin by Kodak Black. We have number 4 ABCDFU by Gay Lee, and number 5 we have We Don't Talk About Bruno from the what's that show called? By Encanto. That movie, I should say. All right, and we have a new Snoop Dogg and BTS collab? We'll see. Coming from iHeartRadio. Snoop Dogg revealed March 25th that he has a collab in the works with K-pop group BTS. The rapper confirmed that the news while on the red carpet of American Song Contest, which he co-hosts with Kelly Clarkson. I'm going to let them tell you all about it, he said, to the AV Club. The visual like a referee with a whistle. I love the entertainment world. It's good music, and it's a vibe, he added. I have good music. They have good music, and we end up doing this. This is what is always bringing our worlds together. Could be new music, it could be a new song, or what have you. So we'll just wait and see. Sophia Clarkson drops a debut album dubbed Loud. Hold on. Hits like Loud, Fool's Gold, and He Loves Me, but let's see. We have Nicki Minaj has dropped a new track, We Go Up, with Fivio Foreign. Let's see what else we got here. Machine Gun Kelly and Mainstream Sellout. We have Lato and 777, J Balvin and Ed Sheeran, and Cigarro, Forever My Love, Summer Walk featuring SZA and Cardi B and No Love, the extended version. We have Maven Murray and Humble Quest and Daddy Yankee and Legendary? Yeah, Legendary instead of Legendary. Has a nice play on it. Okay. So we have Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins has died at the age of 50 years old. The band has announced Hawkins' death in a tweet Friday, March 25th. The Foo Fighters family is devastated by the tragic and untimely loss of our beloved Taylor Hawkins. His musical spirit and infectious laughter will live on with all of us forever. Our hearts go out to his wife, children, and family, and we ask that their privacy be treated with the utmost respect in this unimaginable, difficult time. And according to a report on Just Jared, a new report has emerged revealing his cause of death. It happened at his hotel in Bogota, Colombia, while in town to play a festival with his band. So Taylor's cause of death to be a cardiovascular collapse. Her heart also weighed at least 600 grams, which is double the size of an average heart. So apparently there was a cocktail of 10 different drugs found in his system. So may he rest in peace. So we have the iHeartRadio Music Awards. The ninth took place March 22nd at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles and broadcasted live on Fox. The show was hosted by LL Cool J and featured performances by Megan Thee Stallion, Jason Aldean, John Legend, Charlie Puth, Billy Porter, and Maneskin. LL Cool J opened up the event with a medley of some of his biggest hits, among them Don't Call It a Comeback, Mama Said Knock You Out, Rampage, and the Boomin' System. Jennifer Lopez, recognized with the 2022 iHeart Iconic Award, also took the stage, which included a message equality for a dazzling performance for her new single On My Way, along with the classic Get It Right. So the Foo Fighters took home multiple awards, while Manskin was named the Best New Alternative Artist. New Jersey's Jax, who attended the show, was recognized as TikTok Songwriter of the Year. Dua Lipa got Song of the Year for Levitating and Dance Album of the Year for Future Nostalgia. So Female Artist of the Year went to Olivia Rodrigo. Male Artist of the Year, Lil Nas X. Best Duo, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak and for Silk Sonic. Best Collab, Stay. Best New Pop Artist, Olivia Rodrigo. Pop Album of the Year, Dirty by Adele. Alternative Song of the Year, Monsters. Alternative Artist of the Year, Machine Gun Kelly. Best New Alternative Artist by Manskin. Alternative Album of the Year went to Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Rock Song went to Waiting on a War. Rock Artist went to Foo Fighters. Best New Rock Artist, Mammoth WVH. Rock Album of the Year went to Foo Fighters. For Medicine at Midnight. Country Song of the Year went to If I Didn't Love You. Country Artist of the Year went to Luke Combs. Best New Country Artist presented by Stifa went to Lene Wilson. Country Album of the Year went to Dangerous, the double album by Morgan Malbin, and there's a huge list. So we're gonna showcase that. You guys are interested in checking it out in chat. All right. We have the 2022 Ultra Music Festival. Oh, that was already out. So March 25th. Let's see. Let's get into this then. Let me see something. Let me go into this. Yeah, that is going on now. It started on March 25th. So it's the last day. So for day 3, let's see. What do we got? We have Tiesto, Armin van Buren, Cedric Gervais, David Guetta, Alesso, Timmy Trumpet, Martin Garrix, DJ Snake, Mia, Tell of Us, and more. So the EDC Las Vegas 22 lineup has been announced, coming from Billboard. From May 20th to the 22nd. Festival producer Insomniac announced that the massive lineup on Thursday for the 3-day mega festival. Among the hundreds of artists playing are Porter Robinson, Charles Day White, Alesso, Dinosaur, CG Snake, Zed, Eric Price, Grimes, Honey Dijon, Vintage Culture, G Jones, and more. And that's all we have for you folks. If you guys are interested in something that's free meal on our special reading episode or segments, here's how you can contact us. We want to know your feedback, your thoughts, even any questions you may have for us by sending us free email on our Discord server, leaving a voice note over the anchor.fm/THEIMPACTPLAY, or even by sending us an email to reademail@theimpactplay.com. And also even be featured on future episode or even a special readable segment of the show. So thank you guys so much for making the Impact Play part of your day. If you should join our community server over on Discord, sure to enter exclamation Discord and chat now. And guys, we're trying to unlock subs over on Twitch and we need your help. Share the channel with your friends, your family, anyone you believe we're from the show. Look if you must, because every little bit helps us achieve that goal even further. So we've been smashing goals left and right over on our YouTube channel. We've even surpassed 21,000 views on there. So help us achieve this last obstacle in our way of unlocking subs. So leave us a review on just already getting a different platform. Thank you guys so much. For all of you Gold Recruits and above on Patreon, I'll see you on the post. For everyone else, have a great one.